Picture a third-grade classroom. A kid knows the answer, starts to raise their hand, and then slowly pulls it back down. Instead of speaking, their eyes dart from the teacher's expression to the faces of the students around them. Other kids in the room are shouting out guesses. They blurt out whatever comes to mind without a second thought or a backward glance. But this child is scanning for specific micro-expressions: a tightened jaw, a subtle shift in posture, the exact pitch of the teacher's voice before they respond. They are taking the emotional temperature of the room. They already know the answer to the math problem. They are running a deliberate calculation on the reaction they might provoke. This calculation starts early. It traces back to a specific moment at a family dinner table where a younger version of that child spoke up, and an adult's expression hardened into irritation. The noise in the room evaporated. The physical space instantly felt tense and highly volatile, forcing the child to swallow the rest of their sentence mid-breath. In that fraction of a second, the brain encodes a new survival rule. It establishes a mandatory 3-step sequence. First, observe the environment. Second, calculate the current volatility of the people in the room. Third, and strictly if the environment tests safe, attempt to speak. The child successfully adapted to an unpredictable environment. Prioritizing strict observation over open expression kept them safe. Fast forward a few years to high school. The environment is louder, the social dynamics are vastly more complex, but the underlying cognitive hardware remains identical. In a fast-paced group of joking friends, they track the underlying energy of the conversation. They monitor who is getting a little too loud and whose smile isn't quite reaching their eyes. They find an opening to join the joke, but the millisecond the group's volume shifts, the attempt is aborted. They freeze completely. Behind that calculated expression, a rigorous background checklist is running. Will this comment kill the vibe? Will it trigger an argument? Am I misreading the room? When this sequence repeats day after day, a distance begins to form. The continuous threat assessment creates a lag, making them miss the small, rapid windows of opportunity required to truly connect with the group. As an adult in a professional environment, this mechanism operates completely on autopilot. In a standard Tuesday morning meeting, every idea is heavily filtered, and every response carefully weighed before a single word leaves their mouth. What began as a childhood safety check mutates into a cyclical loop. It continuously forces the user to replay their words and adjust their tone, trapping them in an exhausting state of overanalysis. Later, sitting alone in their car or staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., the frustration sets in. They obsess over brief, meaningless exchanges, wondering if they misread a colleague's expression or spoke out of turn. This behavior operates as a resource-heavy defense protocol, running in the background of every interaction and quietly draining mental energy long after the meeting has ended. It carries into intimate relationships, too. A partner asks a completely benign question about dinner plans, and there is a noticeable pause while faces are scanned and micro-expressions are checked. The brain is utilizing strict pattern recognition. It takes the benign current input and compares that against a stored, highly volatile memory, immediately triggering a warning. The hesitation has nothing to do with the partner in the room. It is a direct echo from the past, actively recalling the specific moments when speaking freely resulted in chaos. Identifying these moments as memories rather than current threats provides a new sense of perspective. While the awareness of faces remains, the individual can begin to differentiate between the current room and the historical data that once governed it. The constant urge to read the room stems entirely from stored memory. If this cognitive loop resonates with your own life, let me know by typing "I see it" in the comments. And ask a different question. What did they learn what happened if they didn't?